All right, we're going back to the book. We turned left out of the wash onto the narrow track back to the casualty collection point. I looked around for Major Williams. He was sitting off to one side, wounded and in shock. There were 4 or 5 vehicles and at least 20 Askars milling around. These were our Afghans. We had come down from Monty together. I glanced hopefully from group to group. Hafez was asking if they'd seen Lieutenant Johnson. They say Lieutenant is back in Ganjagal, Hafez said. The team didn't make it out. Shit. Somewhere farther up the wash, my team was fighting to stay alive. I'd promised to get them and Rod, and I had the only gun truck willing to and able to go in. I climbed down from the turret and ran over to the Askar. He'd taken a bullet in the thigh and he was slowly bleeding out. I kept a stack of tourniquets in my med pack and knew how to apply them. I wrapped the tourniquet around his thigh. In my frustration, I twisted it extra tight and he screamed. Hafez, tell him to shut up, I said. Hurting is better than dying. If you're a grunt, you'll come face to face with horrendous gore. You have to steel yourself to seeing mangled bodies and smelling blood. Doctors and nurses cope with screaming and suffering every day. I had dressed out dozens of deer. You learn to disassociate from the task when you're pulling out warm guts or cutting off slabs of dripping meat with the blood sticking to your hands. You went through something like 15 tourniquets?
Yeah, at least. Quite a few vials of morphine. A couple needle decompressions, MPAs, quite a few MPAs, nasals.